The 7 hardest wide receivers to guard in NFL history. Wide receivers in the NFL are often viewed as the ultimate game changers. They're the ones who can flip the script of a game in the blink of an eye, turning a simple catch into an unforgettable touchdown. Whether it's their unmatched speed, precise route running, or their ability to make circus catches in the most high-pressure moments, these players are some of the hardest to cover in NFL history. Today we're diving into the 7 wide receivers who were so difficult to guard that even the best cornerbacks in the game stood no chance. So let's jump right into it. Number 1, Calvin Johnson. If you've watched football over the past few decades, you've definitely heard the name Calvin Johnson. The man they call Megatron was a literal force of nature. Standing at 6'5" inches and weighing 239 pounds, he had the size of a tight end, but the agility and speed of a wide receiver. Running a 4.35 second 40-yard dash, Johnson combined all of the physical tools necessary to be one of the hardest receivers to defend against. His playing career with the Detroit Lions was a one-man show in many respects. Johnson didn't just dominate, he annihilated defensive backfields with his combination of speed, strength, and incredible ball skills. In his prime, Megatron could catch passes over the middle, outmuscle defenders on the sideline, and leap over cornerbacks for ridiculous catches. His 2012 season, in which he set the NFL record for receiving yards in a single season with 1,964 yards, is an all-time feat that still stands today. But it wasn't just about the stats, it was the way he could change the dynamic of a game with a single play. Megatron was so physically dominant that he forced defenses to make double and triple team coverage decisions, and even then, he'd come down with the ball. His raw athleticism and ball handling skills made him a nightmare for even the best cornerbacks of his time. Even with the Lions not being a perennial playoff team during Johnson's career, his individual brilliance helped redefine what a wide receiver could be. His Hall of Fame induction in 2021 cemented his place as one of the most physically gifted players the NFL has ever seen. Number 2, Randy Moss. When you think about wide receivers who can change the course of a game in a single play, Randy Moss immediately comes to mind. From the moment he entered the league in 1998 with the Minnesota Vikings, Moss showcased his extraordinary blend of size, 6'4", 210 pounds, speed, and leaping ability that left defenders scrambling to keep up. Moss's 4.25 second 40-yard dash at his pro day was enough to scare any cornerback into pure panic mode. Moss's career was a collection of jaw-dropping catches, unbelievable stats, and iconic moments. One of his most famous feats was his ability to moss defenders, which became a term for dominating a defender in the air and coming down with a catch that no one thought was possible. Moss's first season in the league was a precursor of things to come. 69 receptions for 1,313 yards and 17 touchdowns. That's right, 17 touchdowns, enough to make any defender sweat just thinking about matching up with him. Perhaps the most unforgettable part of Moss's game was his ability to stretch the field and make defenders look silly with his speed and agility. His most notable season came in 2007 with the New England Patriots, where he set an NFL record for receiving touchdowns in a single season with 23. What made Moss nearly impossible to cover was his combination of finesse and strength. He could blow by you with his speed, but if you were in the right position, he'd just leap over you to make the catch. Moss finished his career with 15,292 yards and 156 touchdowns, both of which rank in the top 5 in NFL history. Number 3, Tyreek Hill. Now we're talking about speed that makes defenders look like they're standing still. Tyreek Hill, aka Cheetah, is the NFL's fastest wide receiver and one of the most dangerous weapons on the field. What Hill lacks in size, he more than makes up for in raw speed and playmaking ability. Hill is the definition of a game breaker. His ability to turn a 5-yard slant route into a 75-yard touchdown is what makes him so difficult to cover. Hill burst onto the scene in 2016 as a rookie with the Kansas City Chiefs, and by 2017 he had become one of the most dynamic wide receivers in the league. His blazing speed combined with elite route running makes him nearly impossible to cover, as defenders are forced to guess where he'll go next. You can try to keep up, but once Hill hits top speed, there's simply no catching him. Even with defenses aware of Hill's deep threat potential, he still found a way to exploit coverage. Whether it was on a deep route, a crossing route, or even a screen pass, Hill's ability to break free and create huge plays was unmatched. He played an integral role in the Chiefs' offensive success, and in 2019, Hill's 44-yard catch in the Super Bowl helped seal a win for Kansas City. Number 4. Julio Jones. Julio Jones's, combined with his freakish athleticism, made him an absolute nightmare for cornerbacks. From 2014 to 2019, Jones was unstoppable. His combination of physicality, quickness, and precise route running made him one of the hardest receivers to guard in NFL history. In 2015, Julio led the NFL in receiving yards with an incredible 1,871 yards, and in 2018, he did it again with 1,677 yards. Throughout his career, he was known for his ability to create separation with ease, even against the best cornerbacks. Jones had a unique ability to win contested catches, and his massive frame made it difficult for defenders to compete when the ball was in the air. One of his most iconic performances came in the 2017 NFC Championship game, where he made a jaw-dropping catch that essentially sealed the victory for the Atlanta Falcons and a Super Bowl berth. Julio was a constant threat to defenses, and his consistency over the years made him a mainstay on any list of unguardable wide receivers. Though he never won a Super Bowl, Jones's legacy as one of the greatest to ever do it is secure. Number 5. Jerry Rice. When it comes to wide receivers, Jerry Rice is in a class of his own. Rice is not just the greatest wide receiver in NFL history, but he's arguably the greatest player, regardless of position, to ever grace the field. With an insane work ethic, unmatched route running ability, and reliable hands, Rice dominated the NFL for 2 full decades. Rice's stats are nothing short of staggering: 1,549 receptions, 22,891 receiving yards, and 197 touchdowns, both of which are NFL records. But beyond the numbers, it was his ability to perform in clutch moments that set him apart. Rice was the go-to guy for Joe Montana and Steve Young during the San Francisco 49ers dynasty in the 1980s and 1990s, and he helped the team secure 3 Super Bowl wins. His precision in running routes and his ability to find separation from any cornerback or safety made him unguardable. Even late into his career, Rice continued to perform at an elite level, making him a mainstay on any list of the hardest wide receivers to defend. Number 6. Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens was a wide receiver who could frustrate defenses in every way possible. With a mix of size, strength, speed, and elite ball skills, Owens was a matchup nightmare. T.O. was known for his ability to dominate both physically and mentally, often getting into the heads of opposing cornerbacks. In 2000, Owens set a single-game NFL record with 20 receptions, going for 283 yards and 1 touchdown. That performance alone is a testament to his ability to break down any defense. Owens finished his career with 15,938 yards and 153 touchdowns, and he was named to 5 first-team All-Pro selections. His ability to win contested catches, break tackles, and turn short passes into massive plays made him nearly impossible to defend. Despite his off-field controversies, T.O.'s on-field dominance is undeniable. He made his presence felt on every team he played for, and he consistently delivered highlight reel plays that left defenders shaking their heads. Number 7. Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown might not have the towering frame of some of the others on this list, but his footwork, route running precision, and quickness made him a defender's worst nightmare. At just 5'10" and 185 pounds, AB relied on his ability to create separation in an instant. Brown's peak from 2013 to 2018 was one of the greatest stretches of WR dominance in NFL history. During this period, he averaged 114 receptions, 1,524 yards, and 11 touchdowns per season. His ability to change direction and create space with his precise footwork made him nearly impossible to cover in man-to-man situations. His chemistry with Ben Roethlisberger during his Steelers years was electric, and he routinely burned some of the best cornerbacks in the league. Brown was known for his work ethic, quick breaks off the line, and ability to adjust mid-route, making him a target that defenders struggled to contain. Though his career ended in controversy, his peak performance places him among the most unguardable wide receivers in NFL history. What do you think? Did we miss anyone who deserves a spot on this list? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more football content.